guys, it's Macy, and today I have a Disney Cruise Line tips and tricks video for you. I am also going to be doing a Disney Cruise Line Q&A, but that'll be a second video, so stay tuned for that, and let's just jump right into it. So my very first recommendation is before you even leave for your cruise, I would highly recommend buying your souvenirs ahead of time online. Disney has almost everything that they sell on the ships on their website, and you could probably find lots of coupon codes, you could find stuff on clearance, and you can probably even find free shipping. I know that once you get on the ship it's so exciting and everything is so new, but I would highly recommend saving your money and buying them ahead of time. I'd also recommend not buying anything while you're on the ship because it's a lot of money, and like I said, you can find coupon codes online. My advice, if you had to buy anything on the ship, here's the two things that I would buy. They have cruise exclusive Pandora charms, so if you have a Pandora bracelet or if you wanted to start collecting charms, I would highly recommend getting a cruise exclusive Pandora charm. And I'll show a picture of the one that I got. It was super cute, and like I said, you can only get it on the ship. You can't find it anywhere else. So that is one that I would recommend buying while you're on the ship. The second that I would recommend buying would be seasonal and holiday items. We always go on the Halloween cruises, so we get the Halloween on the High Seas items. When we went last time, they had like glow-in-the-dark shirts, they had Mickey ears, super cute stuff that you couldn't find anywhere except for your holiday cruise. I'd also recommend holiday, like Christmas items, stuff like that. So that was my first piece of advice. My second goes along with souvenirs. If you really need to buy something besides those two things, I would recommend buying your souvenirs at Castaway Cay. So notice I said Castaway Cay. That is Disney's private island, and that is actually the correct pronunciation. When you're looking at it on paper, it looks like it would be pronounced Castaway Cay, but that's not true. So there's some insider information, not really, but so when you go on your cruise, now you'll know it's Castaway Cay, like a house key, like K-E-Y, just not spelled that way. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I would highly recommend buying your souvenirs on Castaway Cay, Disney's private island, because you can't find that stuff anywhere else. It's not on Disney's website, you can't find it. You can only get it if you're on Castaway Cay and if you're on the Disney cruise. So to recap, I would recommend buying the Pandora charms if you wanted, holiday items, and if you have to buy t-shirts and stuff, I'd recommend buying them on Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. Everything else you can buy online and probably save some money that way. Alright, so my next tip slash trick is about Pirate Night. Disney is actually the only cruise ship allowed to shoot off fireworks into the sky. I think it has something to do with the Coast Guard and everything like that. But they have what they need to be able to send off fireworks. And so because of that, they'll do a little firework party, and it's Pirate Night. And they'll put on a whole big show and everything, and people dress up like pirates. When we went on our first cruise, we ran out, of course, and bought our costumes at full price. But if you know that you're going on a cruise, let's say next year, you have this year's Halloween to buy your costumes. And I recommend buying them after Halloween when they're on sale. Also, with that being said, once you have your costumes, once your kids get older, if you go on another cruise, pass down those costumes and then maybe buy a new one for the oldest if you need to. But that's what we do. We kind of just recycle through our pirate costumes. I wore my oldest sister's on our last cruise. I didn't have to buy a new costume. And with the costume that I did wear, we bought it after Halloween before we even went on the cruise. So it was on sale, and I've never had to buy one again. So definitely, it's so much fun to dress up. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. You could even make your costume, but definitely dress up for Pirate Night and get your costumes on sale. You don't have to spend a ton of money. My next tip slash trick is for when you actually get onto the ship, and a little bit beforehand. I highly recommend bringing a bag with you filled with swimsuits, sunscreen, everything that you're going to need for your first day on the ship. What Disney does is you give them your luggage, and they go and put it through security, and they do all the checkpoints and everything to make sure you're not bringing anything bad onto the ship. And so what that means is that you're not going to see your luggage again until that night. So if you have a call time to be on the ship at 10:45, from 10:45 until maybe 5 at night, you're not going to see your suitcases. So you're going to have a lot of angry kids with you, mad that they can't go swimming right away because you didn't bring a swimsuit. So I highly recommend bringing a bag with you on the first day filled with whatever you need to get your vacation started right away. Now I remember on our first cruise, we just put all of our stuff in our suitcases. We didn't know it would take that long. And we were kind of just standing around like, okay, what do we do now? And we wanted to go swimming. Of course, everybody wants to go swimming. You're on vacation. And so I definitely would recommend bringing a bag with everything that you are going to need for the first day. Another thing that I would recommend that a lot of people are kind of hesitant on would be the later dinner. People with younger kids especially don't want to do the later dinner because they think their kids are going to be too tired or too hungry. And I have a few reasons why that probably isn't going to happen. Number one, there's food everywhere on the ship. There's even free room service. So your kids are not going to be hungry. They're going to be eating all day. If they're out by the pool, there's all of those. There's Cabanas, which is like the buffet. There's Flo's Cafe, which is pizza, sandwiches, hamburgers, everything that you could think of. Your kids and you are probably going to be eating the whole time. And if you're not even eating the whole time, you guys are going to have food when you're hungry. It's not like there's no food on the ship. So the later dinner should not be an issue because it's not like you're going that long without food. Do you get what I mean? There's food everywhere, and if you really are that hungry, you can go up, get something to eat, and then go to the show and then go to dinner. The other thing, or the other reason why I recommend the late dinner is because sometimes you have a call time back onto the boat at, let's say, 5:45. And I believe the first dinner is at 6 o'clock and the late dinner is at 8. If you have to be back on the boat by 5:45 and you just got back from an excursion and it's formal night, that gives you 15 minutes to get ready. And that just is for you. That doesn't include if you have young kids that you need to get ready. So it doesn't give you a lot of time, and that's why I recommend the late dinner. Now you've just given yourself 2 hours to get ready, and you've given yourself enough time to go down to the atrium and take pictures. Also with the late dinner, here's another tip/trick. You can ask your waiter to bring out your kids' food first if they really are that hungry, and so they get to eat earlier, and then your food will come out a little bit later. That's also perfect if your kids want to go back to the kids club. They can eat and then be on their way. So I highly recommend the late dinner. It gives you enough time to get ready because nobody wants to show up to a formal night with wet hair in their flip-flops. You know, it gives you enough time to get ready, and I promise your kids will not be hungry. Another tip/trick is for before you even get on the ship. Disney is amazing. They are great. But at the end of the day, they are a company and they have a schedule to follow. So if you're not on that ship, they don't care. The boat's leaving without you. And I know a lot of people that fly out that day, the day that the ship is leaving. And it's like if your flight is delayed at all, there is a chance that you're not getting on that ship and they're not going to wait for you. So I highly recommend, if you're going out of Florida, flying into the Orlando airport and staying the night in the hotel that they have there. That way you're guaranteed that the next morning you're going to be on that ship. It also is where the Magic Express is. It's inside of the Orlando airport. So you don't have to get a rental car and you don't have to find transportation there. All you have to do is pay for the Magic Shuttle and you're good to go. You literally go to bed in the hotel, wake up, and go down the stairs and you're in the Magic Express. There's no confusion and you're not like scrambling to figure out where do we go, where do we go? It's all in one place. I also recommend staying at the hotel because you don't have to transport your luggage. When you check in the night before, you can say to the people at the front desk, hey, we're going on the Disney cruise tomorrow, and they have a program where the bellhops will go and collect everybody's luggage the next day. And for us, they came at 8 in the morning and our call time I think was 10:45. So we gave them our luggage, we went to breakfast, and then we went down to the Magic Express and we were on the ship at 10:45. It was so fast, we didn't have to carry around a bunch of bags. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend staying at the hotel. And I know I already said this, but you are guaranteed almost to get on that ship. You don't have to worry about your flight being late, because even if you come in the day before and it is late, you still have that whole night to get ready. So definitely don't rush, don't panic, and give yourself enough time to get on the ship and to get everything that you need organized. And in doing so, I would recommend staying at the Hyatt, I believe, inside of the Orlando airport. All right, so the next thing that I recommend, and I recommend you downloading this before you even get on the ship, is Disney's app. I believe it's just called Disney Cruise, but I'm sure if you look it up, it'll be the first thing to pop up. And what it is it's an app that lets you communicate with others while you're on the ship, and it lets you see your itinerary for the day. It also, before you even get on the ship, lets you put in the day that you're sailing, and it comes up with a little countdown calendar, which is super cute. And when you're about to go on your cruise, it'll come up with fireworks, and it's like, get ready for the magic or something like that. It's super cute. It's so nice to keep track of how many days are left, and it's the perfect app once you get on the ship. So with the app, once you get on the ship, you're going to connect to Disney's free Wi-Fi, and it's only free when you're using the app. It doesn't work on anything else. So it's not like you're going to have unlimited Wi-Fi the whole time. It only works for the app. So you connect to their free Wi-Fi, and then people in your party will get numbers, and you text their numbers just like on a phone. And then now they're in your phone, and you can text them at any time throughout the cruise and see like, hey, where are you guys? I'm about to go eat. And then you guys can meet up. You guys can just send random emojis. We had a Mickey bar. It was super cute. It's also really, really nice because it has which dining room you're going to be at for that night, and it has their menus, which to me I didn't really care, but I'm sure for some people that's a nice feature. And then the other thing is it has a calendar on there for your cruise, and it has activities for that day and for that whole entire week. And you can set one as a favorite, or you can set one as one that you're interested in. And it'll alert you, okay, you said you were interested in trivia. That's going to be in 10 minutes on deck 8. And then it gives you enough time to get ready if you wanted to go. So I highly recommend that app so you know what's going on at all times, and so you can communicate with your family. My next tip slash trick is for when you're on the cruise, but you can do this ahead of time as well, which is what I would recommend. So you can put magnets on your stateroom door. The doors are magnetic, obviously, and people go all out. They will buy custom ones online, which is what I'm saying, to do it ahead of time, save you a little bit of money. And even on shops like Etsy, people make ones specifically made for the stateroom door. On our first cruise, we didn't realize that people decorated their door. We just didn't know. And so I think this is a good tip slash trick, because once you're on there, you're going to see that the majority of people do decorate their doors. And they sell magnets specifically for your doors in the Disney stores, but I think they're a little bit overpriced. And they're not very personal. Everybody that didn't get the memo is going to have the same magnets as you, because they all ran down to the same shop as you to try and decorate their door really fast. So what I did, I didn't even buy magnets last time. I bought caution tape at the Dollar Tree, and I put that on my door because we were on the Halloween cruise. So it was super cute. The people right in front of us, because we were, across from each other. The people across from us were like, oh, that's so cute. How'd you know to decorate your door? And I'm like, well, it's our third cruise, so I just kind of knew. But I'm like, you can have fun with it, get magnets. And they're like, the doors are magnetic? And I'm like, yes. The doors are magnetic. You could even bring tape if you wanted. That's what I did. So my last tip slash trick is for riding the slides. If you're on one of the cruises that has a slide, here is my tip for you. The best times to ride the slides were during port days. And that means when the boat is docked and you're at like the Cayman Islands or something like that. When everybody's off of the ship at a port, that is the best time to ride. I think I was on that slide in less than 10 minutes. But just to ease some of your minds, the rides were never that bad on sea days. When we were at sea, I think the longest I was in line was 30 minutes. Okay, so that was my Disney Cruise tips and tricks video. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you didn't learn anything, or if I said something wrong, please let me know in the comments below. And make sure to stay tuned for my Disney Cruise question and answers. It's going to be a part 2. So I will see you guys later. Have a great day.